Good evening. It is now time for Burning Down the Far Hill. Week 10, 9, I can't remember if I'm ahead or behind, but yeah. This week's edition, Burning Down the Far Hill. So we'll just start things off. Again, condolences to the Imperi family as the loss of Jim's dad. He did very well with his eulogy of his father, and he did far better than I will ever do. So I fear that day, but I know it's inevitable. But well done, Jim, and blessings to your family. So so we have week 9, and I'm proud to announce that we have a clinching after week 9. I will get into that in mere seconds, but yeah, so we'll get into the recaps here. Um, Fat Bastard defeats Taking You Down in the matchup of the regular season by a score of 203 to 137, which wasn't much of a matchup. But then again, Taking You Down had most of his people on way by. So yeah. So we go with Wes Welker leads the way with 40 points, and with that win, Chris Fat Bastard 9-0 has clinched himself a playoff spot. Congratulations, Chris, in this newly reformatted, downsized regular season. You have officially clinched a playoff spot, so congratulations. Division's on deck, I guess. Davis Dynasty defeats the Terre Haute Telmadantors by a score of 199 to 121. I've had bad vibes in this week. Going into this week, you saw the pick last week. I was right. So yeah, Philip Rivers, 44 points. Welcome. In the shootout with Aaron Rodgers. So yeah, that was a no-brainer. Steel Curtain defeats Irish Cop 136 to 128. Led by Aaron Brown was the leader for the Steel Curtain with 28 points. Wow, that was a very different result, I guess. Considering he was one of the I'm playing for next year's. And here's another stunning result. Bad Dog defeats the Monthly Plugs 200 to 178. This is Bad Dog's third consecutive victory, which has propelled him, dare I say, playoff contention going into this year. Now, normally, he made the playoffs soundly or actually snuck into the playoffs last year, so he's in playoff contention this late into the season for a second consecutive year. Now, that's going to surprise a lot. But hey, what can you do? 4-5. You're basically, technically, you're tied for the 6th seed. Vince Jackson, 55 points, leads the way for the Bad Dog. So Bad Dog's in it. He's hanging around. Road Crew defeats the John Boy Special People in, ho hum, 192-176. I'm stunned that the playing for 2012 scored 170 freaking 6 points. So Aaron Rodgers with 55 points himself, defeats the playing for 2012, and he's not bashful about it. Ask him. And lastly, Doofenshmirtz Evil Inc. defeats the unlucky one, 165 to 150 in a potential playoff elimination match. Not really, but still there. Cundiff is the kicker. 27 points leads the way for the Doofenshmirtz. So there it is. NFL Pick'em winner goes to, once again, Fat Bastard. Fantasy Pick'em's taking you down. There's your Week 9. So we'll move to Week 10's matchups. No bye weeks, but there are Thursday night games. So by the airing of this, you probably have a little over 36 hours to get lineup set if you have Oakland or San Diego playing. There are Thursday night games. Starts this week, goes the rest of our season. So be aware. So here's the matchups. Fat Bastard 9-0 at Doofenshmirtz Evil Inc. 5-4. Series is tied 11-11. Very interesting. Fat Bastard did win back in week 1, obviously, because he hasn't lost. So, Fat Bastard, here's what you're looking at right now. If you win and Davis Dynasty loses, guess what? You clinch division. So, pretty simple. Your magic number is 2. So, there it is. Combination of Fat Bastard wins and Davis Dynasty losses equaling 2. Rest of the way, you clinch division. So, very simple for you. I'm picking Fat Bastard to win this going away because the super teams are pretty much set up with up at the top 2. Davis Dynasty 6-3 at the Bad Dog 4-5. Davis Dynasty won back in week one, so he leads this series 1-0. No hoopla here. I'm picking Davis Dynasty to sweep the series, but don't count the bad dog out. He's got some people, even though his running backs are. But I literally have given all of his running backs on his team. That just makes me even more happy where I'm sitting. Awesome. Here we go. Irish Cop, I believe, is either 3-6. Yeah, he's 3-6. At the Terre Haute Medantors 4-5. Tel Medantors leads the series 7-1 on a 3-game win streak. One back in week one. I'm picking myself just because it's go time. If there's any thoughts of me defending this title for a third consecutive, or a fourth time, or fourth, I've already defended it 3 times. So if I'm going to do it again, it's gotta be it's go now. Now it's go time. So here we go. I'm picking myself. We're going to roll with it and see what happens. Road Crew 6-3 at the he's 2-7 monthly plugs. Monthly plugs somehow leads this series 2-0. One back in week one. I'm picking Road Crew. I'm not going to be stunned if monthly plugs wins, but monthly plugs, if you're not out of it, but wins got to come now. Taking you down 5-4 at the Steel Curtain. Somehow has found himself 3-6, I believe. There's 2-7, one of the two. Series is tied 1-1. Taking you down won this matchup back in week one. I'm picking him again because he's one of the 2 super teams. He won't lose the rest of the regular season. Unlucky one at what is he at? 4-5 at the John Boy Special People 1-8. I said his name. Bad. It's playing for 2012. Unlucky one at playing for 2012. Unlucky one's going to win this going away. The season series tied at 7-7. Playing for 2012 doesn't care about this year at all. It's quite evident. So yeah, that brings me. So I've got this matchup out of the way. So that brings me to the Sacco. If people saw my post on the website, the Sacco. I refer this back to the show called The League. Go see season 3, episode 1, to see the pain and the humiliation of the person who was the current Sacco trophy holder, and just the debauchery that person had to go through. Why? Because he finished last in the league. So that just brings up a fascinating point. Maybe, it should not be celebrated to finish last in the league. It actually should be frowned upon, and you should be humiliated. I don't care what future draft picks you get. I don't care. That's next year's. We'll worry about that next year. But we're talking about now. So I'm going to sit and clearly ponder on this, and I'll bounce it off a few people who has good ideas in this frame of mind, in this sort of thing. Fat bastard. Doofenshmirtz Evil Inc. I'll even go find Zoe Loves Tyler. He's good at things like that. Who else is good at things like that? Unlucky one. He likes to, he's good in that way. Art. Hell, I'll even go find the Syndicate Commander for things like this. And I'll come up with something. Because having the number 1 pick, that's next year's issue. We're talking about you're the worst team in the league this year. That should be not only, I'm not going to use the word celebrated, but it should be clowned on to the highest level. So there, I'm just putting that out there right now. It should be clowned down to the highest level until such times as you're no longer the Sacco holder, which is until there's a new Sacco holder. So that goes into next year. I don't care. Like I said, I don't care about all these stupid little draft picks. Don't care. Because for all I know, they could blow their knees out in week 3. The collection of them. Or here, week 2, 6, and 4. How about that? So, just throwing that out there. So, but yes, to my further point, with the draft picks and my ideas, I've gotten a lot of feedback from several owners on that, so I keep those coming. I'll get around and talking to some more people. So be ready for those that vote or those votes to come down the pipe here, in the coming weeks. But other than that, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, people. So here we go. So with all that being said, now I'm just going to get out of here. Late.